So how was your 2013? Maybe you were glad to see the year come to a close.
Well, Michael Stevens, a clinical supervisor with Hope Tree Family Services, joins us now with a few ways that you can have a better 2014. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Okay, so it's kind of traditional around this time of year, the end of December, beginning of January, you take a look back at your last year, and you know, some people had a great year, some people had a mediocre year, and then some people didn't have a very good year. And so how do we mentally, how do we go ahead, how do we move forward into 2014 and kind of like prepare ourselves for a good year?
I would want to know what's going to help me get to that end. What do I want at the end of the year, or for the rest of my life, really? And then
so kind of like setting a goal for the end of the year, maybe.
Yeah, setting some goals, and they don't have to be like major goals. I really believe, I'm a believer in small goals and very concrete goals and measurable.
So do you think sometimes people make the mistake of making these huge or overarching goals that there's no way they're going to actually
I want to be an astronaut.
Well, and if I'm a procrastinator, that's a great way for me to procrastinate more.
Okay.
So that is one of the best ways to keep from procrastinating, is to set a very small goal. If I do want to exercise, I'm going to get on that bike for 10 minutes today.
Okay,
and
so
leave it
make
at 10 minutes,
like I can
very
do 10
small.
minutes. Okay.
Because each of us can do 10 minutes. And then once I'm doing 10 minutes, there's a very good chance I can do 20 minutes, or just increase it incrementally from there.
Rather than making it, I am going to lose 50 pounds this year. That might, maybe
Or
it's
I'm
too
going to
big
do
of
a
a hill.
triathlon in February.
Right. Or anything that we want to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What about, are there things that we can do to motivate ourselves so that we stick with it?
Yeah, I think in the end, like if I want to work on being a better father, or I want to not use substances so much, or work on addiction, then I have to have an end goal, an end idea of what I want to be. In other words, if I want to be a better father, a better provider for my family, or whatever it might be, that's going to help me get what I want, because there's value in that and there's purpose in it. But if it's just, I'm just going to do this to do it because that's what people do or they should do, I probably won't achieve that goal.
So something meaningful to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
And something that kind of helps you as a person be a better person, something to build us up. It's very rewarding once you hit that goal, isn't it?
Right. And once we do that and we get to that point, I think that's when we feel good about ourselves and our character. Boy, it really helps us feel like we're becoming a better person. And if we are that person, then truthfully more people will want to be around us, and it just creates a...
I was going to say, it kind of creates a circle. You get a little bit better, you have a better outlook, better personality, people want to be around you. That feeds into wanting to be even better, doesn't it?
And we attract those kind of people who's that kind of person we are, or have become, and then it also helps us to continue with that success of becoming that better person.
Does some kind of system for accountability help, like writing it down? Or
In this day and age, there's great apps on your device that you can download. There are habit-forming apps, or there's Map My Run. There's lots of things that you can find that just take a little time and do a search on your app store, and find an app that works for you, and it'll help track it, and it'll help keep you on, and it'll remind you, it'll send you daily reminders. Have you done X, Y, or Z, whatever you put into that. It'll remind you and ask you if you're doing it.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a digital coach is what it really becomes.
Digital accountability partner.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so if people have questions, maybe they need some counseling, maybe they want to get out of some bad habits, can they call your office?
Yeah, they can call our office. We have great counselors and people who know their business, and they do very well, and they interact with people at a very professional level.
All right, once again, that's Hope Tree Family Services. Mike, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best in 2014.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up next, get into the Olympic spirit in the games in Sochi, Russia. Find out why the transit system is offering people free rides.